LA traffic begins. Bette and Tina are rekindling their relationship when Angie bursts in. Angie's already emotionally overwhelmed after Jordy broke up with her and she storms out. Bette and Tina decide to give her some space to deal with her emotions.
Tomorrow. Maybe at Marcus's opening.
Yeah, they should give her some space.
They need to discuss what their relationship status is now so they know what to tell Angie. They decide to give their relationship another shot and get intimate for the first time since they broke up years ago. While getting ready to run an art show, Danny again questions Gigi about living together, snidely asking if Nat has given Gigi permission to move in with Danny.
I don't need to prove myself to Nat.
Gigi explains that dating someone with kids means putting the kids first, and as a co-parent, Nat has the right to know who her kids will be spending time with. Danny objects to being treated like a child, but Gigi thinks she's acting like one.
Don't talk to me like I'm a child. So stop acting like one. Excuse me?
When Gigi angrily calls her Daniela in a scolding tone, Danny has had enough. Nat calls it that an opportune moment and Danny leaves. Tess once again brings up buying the bar with Shane. Shane, half joking but a little suspicious, asks if Tess is manipulating her. It's clear Shane is uncomfortable and starting to feel constrained by their domestic bliss. Tess' real estate agent calls and she immediately shifts to talking about inspections and other details. Shane looks visibly uncomfortable at the thought of committing to buying the bar, or maybe it's just the commitment in general. With Shane, it could really be either one. Finley tries to get Micah, Maribel and Sophie interested in a game night. Sophie is up to try it but thinks Maribel won't be because she hates Finley. Overhearing the conversation, Maribel grudgingly agrees to participate, but only to appease Sophie. Game night doesn't go well. Finley says all the wrong things. Then there's obvious tension between Micah and Maribel about having a baby. Micah says he never agreed to a baby.
Did you ever think that I might want to carry?
Yes. Do you?
No.
At Dana's ahead of the art show, Bette and Tina tell Alice and Shane they're back together and mention Angie's reaction. Shane and Alice tell them Angie was probably upset because Jordy broke up with her.
So did you tell Angie yet?
Well, unfortunately, she caught us in the act.
Ivy texts Shane, who looks uncomfortable. She doesn't answer the text, but she doesn't delete it either. Donnie talks to Bette about Gigi and their problems. Bette echoes Gigi's feeling about kids coming first, even ahead of relationships, saying Gigi is just being a good parent.
She's not prioritizing Nat per se, she's prioritizing her family. And really you want that. You know, you want your partner to be a good parent.
She says Danny needs to be sure she's ready for parenthood if she's going to be living with someone who has kids. The scope of what Danny is taking on starts to sink in. Angie, meanwhile, decides, now single and in her first year of college, she is ready for her hoe phase. She quickly meets a boy at the art show, hits it off and kisses him as she is leaving. Alice isn't as lucky with her chosen date. She seems a little off and eventually it's revealed she is trying to recruit Alice to join the NXIVM sex cult.
Have you ever done an intensive with the Executive Success Program? I think it would be truly transformative for you.
Which sends Alice back to square one when it comes to dating. Alice blames Shane for her fear of commitment that has made her run from every serious relationship she's been in before. Shane is obviously wiggling, but she is really making an effort to make things work with Tess. Shane, trying to do things differently this time, agrees to buy the second bar with Tess.
Let's do it.
Do what?
You and me, let's open that second bar.
Really?
While things are going well with Bette and Tina, Tina has to catch a car to head back to her job and her life in Canada. Bette asks her to stay, but Tina gets upset. She assumes Bette is asking Tina to put aside her needs and her life yet again.
No, I know.
Of course you do.
It's like you're doing this thing again. It's like a
Doing
pattern.
what thing again?
Bette insists she isn't, but Tina gets frustrated and jumps in the car to the airport. With Alice and Shane encouraging her, Bette decides to go after Tina and follow her to Canada. Bette, Angie, Alice and Shane race after Tina. Maribel is upset Finley exposed the difficulties she and Micah are having and drops a snide comment about liking who Sophie was sleeping with while Finley was in rehab better than her.
No, we don't actually, and to be honest, I liked whoever she was fucking while you were gone.
Even though Sophie and Finley had talked about being on a break while Finley was away, it's still a surprise to Finley. Though upset, Finley and Sophie managed to talk things out. Micah and Maribel came to an understanding as well, with Micah agreeing to try and have a baby, even though he isn't sure he's ready. Danny texts Gigi, hoping she is coming to the art show. Gigi texts back from her car that she is on her way, but is then struck by another car. The accident looks and sounds bad, but it's not clear how injured Gigi is. Traffic jam caused by the accident works in Bette's favor, as all cars come to a halt and the traffic piles up. No one is going anywhere. Bette can see the car Tina isn't up ahead of them, and runs through traffic on foot. She gets to Tina's car, telling her she'll sacrifice her career to be with Tina, not wanting to waste any more time they could be together. Tina is thrilled and Bette gets in the car with her just as traffic starts moving.
Want more queer content? Then please subscribe and hit the notification bell.